All right, this will be RX team event number one. We got athlete one establishing a complex, a max lift for that complex. We have one clean plus a front squat plus a jerk. That clean could be power, it could be squat, it's really your choice. Obviously, you have to front squat the next rep, and then the jerk could be, a push jerk, split jerk, whatever you want to get the bar overhead. It's your choice, right? You have 5 minutes for basically unlimited attempts, so it's really up to you how much you want to get done or try in that timeline. You will be able to preload your bar before the start of the clock, so you can already have kind of that weight already on there, not to waste too much time trying to load the bar. So you'll preload the bar, tell the judge what you have on there, and then obviously you lift that weight. And then if your teammate wants to help you kind of add more weight to the barbell, that's completely fine. Just make sure after that happens, they're out of the way safely, right? But again, it must be a unbroken complex. You have to do one clean and that one front squat and that jerk. So for the, again, the clean, it could be a power, it could be a squat, your choice. For the front squat, you must pass below parallel, stand completely up for that front squat to count. And then if you do a push jerk or a split jerk, whatever it is, just make sure that you guys stand back up or you guys recover with the feet back under the hips before the dropping of the barbell. Otherwise, it's no rep, right? So you have 5 minutes to get that done, right? At the 5 minute mark, right, you'll transition right into the next portion, which is athlete two establishing a max snatch into hang snatch into overhead squat. So not here to discuss strategy, but obviously if it was me, I'd probably try to complete my last lift under the 5 minute mark and then deload that bar for the athlete to choose whatever they want for their snatch. So that way don't waste too much time. But again, that's up to you guys. For the snatch, again, it could be a power snatch, your choice, doesn't have to be a squat. And for the hang snatch, same thing. It does not have to be a squat. You could go hang power if you want to. Obviously, the overhead squat needs to be a squat. So for the first snatch, it does need to be from the ground. So when you do have to power it, you can't go hang snatch and a hang snatch and an overhead squat. So make sure this first initial snatch, whether it's a squat or a power, it comes from the ground. And then for the hang snatch, you guys can go from above the knee or below the knee. It doesn't matter to me. You go from the hip, whatever it is, the high hang, it's your choice. But it has to be a hang snatch. And for the overhead squat, just make sure you guys get below parallel and stand back up with that weight. Show control. So both athletes will have 5 minutes each to get this done. So a total of 10 minutes for you guys to work through these separate complexes. So for the most part, pretty straightforward. But if you guys have any questions, obviously let me know. We can also answer questions in the athlete control area before you guys go on the competition floor as well. You can message me or email me. Again, I'd be happy to answer any questions you guys have for event one. All right, guys, so we go RX event number two. This will be 4 time, and this workout does have a cap of 13 minutes. You guys start with 54 toes to bar, move through 21 worm squats, 54 chest to bar pull-ups, then back that worm for 12 worm clean and jerks. Then you're back to the rig for 54 toes to bar, back to the worm for 21 worm thrusters, and finally 54 chest to bars to finish out that event. As far as the toe to bar, break it up however you want. That's up to you and your partner. This is not synchronized, so again, your strategy, how you want to break that up. For the worm squats, we're just looking for the athletes to pass below parallel at the same time together, get full hip extension at the top of that squat. So again, be mindful of that. Don't get so fast that you get no rep, so be mindful of that squat. For the chest to bar, again, break it up however you want. It's really your choice. Lock out the bottom, contact with the chest on the bar for a good rep. Then you guys are back to your worm clean and jerks, essentially taking the worm from the ground to the shoulder, overhead. Once it makes contact with the shoulder, you guys can drop it. So if you go from that overhead position and just drop it to the floor, that is a no rep. There's no control there. So make sure it touches the shoulder before you guys drop it. If you guys want to do touch and go where you come up onto the shoulder, it's fine. Go down, make contact with the floor, come up and over, great. There is no lockout with the worm. Like you don't have to press to a lockout and come over. It's more or less a small pull over for that rep to count, especially if you have never messed with a worm before. We will have some worms in the warm-up area for you guys to mess around with as well. So that obviously gives you guys some time to practice. We will have a rig in the warm-up area as well, so you guys have time to do all your chest to bar, toe to bar before you come onto the competition floor. So that'll be a nice addition this year that we have. As far as toe to bar, make sure the heels pass behind the hips and that both feet make contact in between the hands at the same time for that rep to count. When you finish your last set of chest to bar worm thrusters, the same idea for the squat, pass below parallel, kind of the same idea for the jerk. As you guys come up, it's a small press over to the shoulder. You guys will squat, come up again, and repeat that. So obviously get depth in the bottom position of your squat, come up and over, right, for that rep to count. These worms will all stay in one place. We're not going to move them, so they will stay stationary. They'll be a little bit further out in front of the rig that you guys will advance up to hit these movements. Once you finish your last set of chest to bar pull-ups, you guys will run down the competition floor. Once you both pass the red mat, you guys will be, that'll be your finishing time. So again, if you guys have any questions, by all means, you can message me, you can email me. Again, we'll be there to answer any questions in the athlete control area as well. All right, guys, here we go. Event number 3 for the RX teams. I've had some questions here about the shuttle run. It's my bad. I should have been a little more specific within the post, but that is a synchronized run. You both are running together. So that is a 50-foot total run. So you're down 50 feet, back 50 feet, not 25 down, 25 back. It is a 50-foot down, a 50-foot back. When you guys start, 3, 2, 1, go, you will run from the start mat onto the rig. You'll go past the beginning stages of where the initial tape line is for your lane, and you guys will run up together, and you will both touch the chest piece at the same time. That'll kind of be like the synchronization. So we'll go up, both touch the chest piece at the same time, then you'll come back, and you both will do a 3-point touch behind the tape line where the judge is, and then you're back. So obviously, it makes no sense for one partner to run like a crazy person and try to get the run done as fast as they can, because you have to both be doing it at the same time. So be mindful of your partner, right? Try to find a good pace, but you both must be in synchronization. So again, both touching the chest piece at the same time at the end of the floor, coming back and both doing a 3-point touch behind the tape line in front of the judge at the opposite end. Once you finish your 5 shuttle runs, you then have 21 power cleans and 5 rope climbs, right? The weight for the power cleans is 135 for the men and 95 for the ladies, right? 21 power cleans, your choice. You got someone that's just an animal and they want to do all 21 unbroken, great, go for it. They can do that. If you want to break it up back and forth, 1 for 1, your choice, right? You guys can do whatever you want. For the rope climb, same idea. If you got someone who's just an animal on the rope and they want to go for all 5, or they're a great teammate, whatever, they're going to help you out that day, one person can do all the work. There's no required workload for the power cleans or the rope climbs other than just getting the work done. So the shuttle runs is the only time you guys are both required to do something, right? You finish your round of 5 rope climbs, it becomes 4 shuttle runs, 15 power cleans, 4 rope climbs, then 3 shuttle runs, 9 power cleans, 3 rope climbs. As soon as you finish that segment, you'll move down into another 5 shuttle runs. Now we have 15 power snatches, same weight in the barbell, 135 for the men, 95 for the ladies. Then we're back to 5 rope climbs, then 4 shuttle runs, 12 power snatches, 4 rope climbs, and finally 3 shuttle runs, 9 power snatches, and then 3 rope climbs. Again, you guys can break up the snatches and the rope climbs at the bottom however you desire. Both required to do the shuttle run synchronized. When you finish your last rope climb, both athletes will run down the competition floor to finish out that event. And again, there is a cap on this workout of 14 minutes to get this done. Again, all you need is a barbell. Again, we have a rig in the warm-up area for you to do all your rope climbs. You guys can get nice and warmed up before you come on the floor with the barbell, with the rope climbs, so that when you guys enter, we're ready to roll. If you have any questions, obviously ask through message or email. I'd be happy to answer that for you guys. All right, guys, here to bring you event number 4, which is the final event of the day for the RX teams. Only the top 10 teams will be advancing to this event. So if you're not in the top 10 after 3 events, you will not be participating in this event. So just for the top 10 teams, right? There is no other event after this. This is all the events. There's no secrets. You guys know exactly what we're doing for the whole day. Again, top 10. All right, you have 40-foot worm lunge. So 3, 2, 1, go. You guys will actually be at the end of the competition floor where the end mats are, and you guys will walk up to or sprint up, whatever you want, to your worm, pick it up, and you'll lunge down to the rig 40 feet. You'll drop it off, and then you guys will perform 10 synchronized burpee over worms. So one athlete will be on the left side, one athlete will be on the right side, and you guys will go down to the ground at the same time. You come up and over the worm. And again, we're looking for synchronization at the bottom of the burpee. So you guys both need to be on the floor at the same time for that to count. As far as jumping over the worm, does not have to be synchro at that point. Right, you finish up that, you move up to the rig, you have 20 bar muscle ups. When you guys advance the rig, you must face out to the crowd to do your bar muscle ups. You will not be facing into the wall, right? Facing out to the crowd. You guys will perform 20 bar muscle ups. Again, you guys can break it up however you want, 10 and 10, do 5s, whatever, doesn't matter to me. Just gotta get 20 done together, right, total, right? Then you'll move back to your worm, and you guys will be facing the crowd at this point, and you will do 30 worm push press. So that's taking the worm from the ground to the shoulder, going up and over, touching the shoulder, and then working back and forth, right? On that last rep, or for the 30th rep, or any rep in general, when you guys decide to drop the worm, you must go to the shoulder before you drop it. So you can't just go up and then drop the worm, right? So if you're doing like 15 and 15 on that 15th rep, if you drop it from overhead to the ground, that is a no rep. It will not count, right? Same thing for that 30th rep. If you guys go up and over and drop it, no rep. So make sure you go up, over, control the shoulder, and then drop it to the floor. All right, then you guys are back to the rig for 60 handstand push-ups. Again, break it up however you want. One person can do more, one person can do less, whatever you guys choose. You're back to that worm again for another 30 push press, right? Workout pretty much mirrors itself, 20 bar muscle ups, and then 10 synchronized burpee over worm. Then you'll lunge that worm back to the finish line to finish out your event and finish out your day as well, right? All the worms weigh 150 pounds to the men. They all weigh 120 pounds to the women. Again, we'll have worms in the warm-up area for you guys to mess around with. There's a 12-minute cap on the workout for you guys to get this done. So again, should be a nice little sprint to finish out the day. Again, if you guys have any questions about flow or standards or anything about any of the workouts that I've went over today, you guys be more than welcome to message me, and I'd be happy to get back with you guys. We'll see you in about 2 weeks. Hope you guys are excited as we are to have a great event this year.